welcome to Crochet Moments episode 39. We are being joined by Emily today. I'm filming on a slightly different day. I normally film on a Friday evening when this one is being put to bed, but Mummy had a migraine last night, so I didn't get to film anything because just the idea of sitting under the lights and talking was just too painful. So here I am. I'm Helen and this is Emily. For those of you who are new, we have got a few new subscribers, haven't we, Emily?
Yeah.
So you're going to say hello to everybody.
Hello!
Yeah, so welcome to all of the new subscribers. I've seen quite a few drop on over the last couple of months. And yeah, so this is my place where I like to talk about all things crochet, knitting and anything yarn related really, because let's face it, Mummy's a yarn addict, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes. So, oh dear, this one has a cold, so she apologises if she coughs a little bit. So, as you can see, I have a finished object. I'm wearing it. I'm so happy that this is finished. I've been on a little bit of a sort of a foray into wanting to get stuff finished, and I've got two finished objects. This is one of them, and this is the sweater. It doesn't have a name. Ooh. This is, a staple. Don't know where that came from. Let's move that there. We'll put it in the bin in a minute. So here is the pattern. It is Serdar number 10028. I think I have a link for where you can buy or download this pattern if you like it. I knit it in the called for yarn, which is Jewelspun, and this is in the Midnight Fjords colourway. Oh, thank you.
Goes in the bathroom.
Oh, thank you. Forgot my fitness watch. Let's pop that on. So Catherine is about, but she doesn't want to be on the video today. So she's upstairs playing Lego for the most part. There we go. We can now count Mummy's steps. So yes, so this is done in the Midnight Fjords colourway, and I absolutely love it. So I've got it to about the right length. It is a little bit big. I think I could have got away with doing a medium, although I didn't want it to be too tight across here, so I am quite wide at the shoulders. Oh gosh, it's I'm not 100% sure on the neckline. It's a little bit wide. I normally have something a little narrower, but I don't care. I love it. I love this cable that goes around here, and I just love everything about it. The yarn is amazing. The yarn, I'm definitely buying more of this yarn to make things, and this whole sweater took 2 balls. Our Jewelspun is a Serdar yarn. What happened there?
It just said time and a half.
Well, don't stand on the cable. Yes, so Jewelspun is a Serdar yarn that is 100% acrylic. Now, Serdar is usually quite an expensive yarn, and I suppose for an acrylic yarn, £10 for 200 grams is on the pricier side of acrylics, but considering it, you get I think it was 500 meters in a 200 gram ball. So this whole sweater, I've literally got this much left at my second ball. So I bought 3 because I made it longer than the pattern asked for in the body, because as I've said before, I like my sweaters to sit a little lower because I've got a little bit of a tummy. So I was expecting to have to go into the 3rd ball, but I don't. That's what I've got left. So I am on the search now for something to use up my 3rd ball on, or do I buy another ball and make another sweater? Who knows? One ball might even be enough for a Emily-sized sweater. Who knows? Who knows? We could make you a sweater in this colour. Oh, she's shaking her head. So this is my first finished object. I'm very, 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 very pleased with it. So, yeah, I'm just so happy I've got it done. So I am going to be wearing this today to my knitting lessons and show it off. So my other finished object has been a work in progress for a very long time, so I just thought I'm going to get him done. And here he is. Here's my monster from my Edwards Monster Imaginarium. Emily, don't touch Daddy's camera. She's trying to be camera person. So this is done in just some yarn that I have. He's got hair all over him. I think I'm molting again. He's done from some yarn that did not have a band around it. It's probably almost as old as I am. It's yarn that my mum had in her stash. Just a part used ball, so I'm not sure where the rest of the ball went. And I love the yarn. I really want more of it. It's grey with hints of pink and green, and it's just beautiful yarn. I want to make myself something out of it. And it has that rusticy feeling that tells me that it's probably got a wool content to it. But here he is. The bright pink is Starcraft Special DK. It's just some oddments that I had lying around. Sorry if I keep looking up. Simon's outside with our neighbour. He's trying to get our car jump started because it's decided it didn't want to start and he needs to go do the grocery shopping. So here he is. He's so cute with the feet. So all I did for this to select the book, I don't have the book down here with me. The book has a basic head and body shape, so you crochet the head and the body. You won't be able to reach the book, sweetheart. Not without knocking everything over. So you set basic head and body shape, and then you have the book is divided into 3 sections. So there are 3 sets of flaps in the book with 27 pages. And so there is a flap for head designs, arm designs and leg designs. So I used my artificial intelligence friend, who the girls like to call Box Face. So go play upstairs for a bit then. I'll let you know when I'm done. Yeah, so I used my artificial intelligence friend to help me select the numbers. So this one had a Mohican, and then these arms with these very funny looking claws, and then this, I can't remember the page numbers that they were, but it's so cute. He is so cute. Emily has laid claim, and I'm not sure what she's going to call him or her. She'll probably decide that it's a her. Almost all of Emily's toys are girls. Emily's just gone upstairs now, so hopefully no more interruptions. So I am going to sit Monster there with Emily's favourite toy Lola. So they can snuggle together on the sofa while I carry on with my programme. So yes, so before I get into my works in progress, I just want to say thank you to everybody who left a message on my last video wishing me a happy birthday. It was one of those days that was very surreal because I got up and came downstairs and Simon had already set the cameras up for doing an unwrapping video of all my gifts, which was quite funny. I did receive a couple of extra presents that weren't in that video, so I will be showing that at the end with my incoming, which there isn't a whole bunch of incoming. So let's get on with my whips then, before I end up running out of time. So first whip to show is living in my Aldi bag. This is just a grocery shopping bag that it packs away into this little pouch, and this little pouch is really handy for keeping hooks in. This is my Enigma blanket. So I have finished part 12. I think it's part 12. I'm not sure, but the next part could be the last one. So the next time you see this blanket, it could be finished, which will be great. So I'm all about the make-alongs. I love make-alongs, especially the ones that is spread over the course of a year. I've got 2 other annual year-long make-alongs, because you can do it in small chunks. It doesn't interrupt with all of your other projects if you have lots of projects like I do. Unlike the ones where the pattern's released weekly over the course of about 5 or 6 weeks. So here it is. This is designed by Esther of It's All in a Nutshell. I may need to stand up, but this is the most recent part. Just these bits from this green to this green. Oh dear. I'm going to have to pause. I can hear arguing. That's that argument settled. Oh dear, I knew there was a reason I did this on a Friday evening. One of them's at Guy's, one of them's going to bed. So, as I was saying, this is the most recent part. It was really quick to do up. Although, to be honest, all of the parts since I've been working in the round have been rather quick. It's been divided, the whole blanket has been divided into quite manageable sections, and it's repeated both ends. So let's just go back a bit so you can see the whole blanket. And I really, really, really love this blanket. It's I stash dived for it. All of the colours are just what I already had in my stash, and I matched them as closely as I could to the colours in the design. So it's not exactly the same as the design, but it's my take. And I'm really enjoying working on it. I have to confess, I've not learned anything new while I've made this, but I think that's possibly because I've made so many of this kind of blanket now that there aren't a whole bunch of new techniques in this kind of blanket to do. But, you know, it's still been an enjoyable make. So that's that. Oh, I think my tummy's going to start gurgling in a moment. I didn't have breakfast this morning and it's already 10 a.m. Right. Although I did have a little lie-in this morning because of my migraine. I took a rather strong painkiller when I went to bed last night in the hope that it would make my migraine go away. It's not completely gone, but it's much better. I can stand being in a light room, for example. Okay, so my next whip is a knit whip, if I've picked the right bag up. Yes, I have. And it is my Coziest Memories Blanket. I think that's what it's called. Simon's always telling me off for saying the different names. So I was working it corner to corner, but I've changed my mind in how I'm going to work this up. I'm going to fill this into with the rectangle, and then I'm going to work around until it's big enough. So I'm absolutely loving the way the colours are working together. And so far, all of the minis that I've been putting into this have been from Attic Spin Die. And I'll show you what I've been using. So on his Etsy shop, he sells, the sticker's been ripped, but you can buy a bag of, oh crikey, how many is it? Is it 10? I can't remember. Let's have a quick look at the shop. Oh, they're 12. So it's 12 balls, and they're mystery, so the colours in the picture don't necessarily represent the colours that you get. So I've been using, so I have 2 bags of blanket balls. So the first bag was a gift from Andy, and the second bag was a purchase that I made from him at the Bakewell yarn show. So these are all the colours that I've been using so far. They've all been in my blanket. So they do come in little balls, and each square uses around about 3 to 4 grams of yarn. So I should be able to get 2 or 3 squares out of each mini ball. And I'm just going to keep buying bags of balls as I run out, or use minis. And how's it going? Oh, we've got the thumbs up. The car is going. But I've also been throwing in other little minis. So whenever you buy something from Andy, you get a little, actually, I've got the one that came with my birthday yarn, and it's still all sealed up, so I can show you exactly what you get. Because Simon ordered me some Attic Spin Dye yarn for my birthday. So you always get a tea. Oh, turmeric gold. My friend at work drinks this and she says it's really good. So I might have to maybe try that. You get a little compliment slip just thanking you for shopping with them. The light has changed a little bit, so I'm getting a little bit blown out, so I do apologise. There's always a little lavender pouch. I've got lots of these now and they're lovely. I just love lavender. And there is always a little mini. Oh, I like that one. This is very, very nice. So that will go into my still to use bag. So I'm getting down the balled up ones first before I start balling up the minis that are still in little hanks. So is that one? So these ones are from some mystery bags that I bought at a yarn show. I think that one's one of Andy's. That was the one I've just put in. So I've still got a few colours that haven't made a show in the blanket yet. So that's it'll be an ongoing project, which I need to have a think about how I'm approaching it, because I've got so many knit projects on my wheel. I've decided to just work on stuff until it's done for a while, until I've got my whip wheel down a little bit. I am using hair everywhere. How do I get so much hair everywhere? I'm using 2.75 Knit Pro Zings. These are fixed circulars. I've just done a short cable for this one, and that lives in the bag there. And I quite enjoy working on that. I might take that with me on holiday. We're going on holiday in the middle of April, so I might take that on holiday. That could be my sitting in the cottage in the evenings knitting. But I kind of want to do, because I'm taking my out and about socks to do while we're out and about. So I would think I'd like to have a crochet project to take with me instead. But I'll see what I'm doing. Right, okay, my next whip to show is living in my Emma ball bag, which I bought from the Bakewell yarn show. Oh no, it wasn't. Wool at Junction 13 was where I bought my blanket balls from Andy. He wasn't at Bakewell. This one, Rosie's Moments, I think I bought this from. In the Bakewell yarn show. And this project is in my yarn bookazine, which is the most recent one, Macro Botanica. And I believe there's another one due out very soon. So I can't wait. This is, let's find the picture of it, the Metamorphosis wrap. And the pattern says to use Sheepy's Alpaca Rhythm. I can't handle alpaca. Every time I even so much as touch alpaca yarn, my hand starts to react. So I don't think I can use alpaca. So here it is so far. I am using, let's show you my progress so far. Let's show you the right side. It's really hard to see because it will need blocking. But I'm working on that central panel before you then add on all the wings to the wrap. So the yarn is Hey J, and this is her lace yarn. It's 50% merino and 50% silk. Those are 800 meters to 100 grams, and this is black currant. I don't know if this is still a colorway that she does. I bought this in 2019 at the Nottingham Yarn Expo, and I don't know if there's been another one since, with COVID getting in the way and such like. But it's been sitting on my shelf for a couple of years. It's lace weight. I never know really what to do with lace weight. It was just, I saw it, I thought, oh, I love it. I love the colour. It was in the special offer box. I paid £10 a skein for these. So, yes, I just really, really wanted to get it used. And it's very, very beautiful. And I can't wait to see. It's really hard, I think, because the way the light's changing, it's really hard for you to really get a good look, see the colours. So maybe next time I'm doing a Friday evening before the sun is blinding me. Right, let's pop that away. That's that. Now let's talk, what shall I talk next? One of my new starts. I've got 2 new starts. So this one, I could not resist making a start out of this book, which is a book I got for Christmas. As you will know if you've seen my last video, I've got the sequel to this and I just want to make all of them. I am making Pinch the Goblin. Let's just hide some of that pattern. There he is. Pinch the Goblin. He's so cute and adorable and I love him so much. And the girls have been told that Pinch is going to be mine. So far, I have a head with some ears. And just look how cute that head is. He's adorable. And I think I've actually got the ears on fairly straight. One thing I would like to say about this pattern book is it's amazingly detailed in the instructions for making up. I've got the nose on. There's a little bit of a wider gap between the nose and this eye than the nose and this eye, but this is so far one of my strongest amigurumi makes. Granted, I've only got the head done so far, But the fact that there are photo tutorials in here on the making up stages, some of where things could get a little tricky. So I really feel that my makes from these books could be some of my stronger amigurumi makes, just by virtue of how wonderful the instructions are. And I've started the body. I didn't get very far on the body. I did start this yesterday morning. So yesterday was supposed to be a crochet day. And I'd spun for my amigurumi for 2 days. So I did a little bit on the Thursday and then I started the body yesterday morning. But obviously with my migraine, I just couldn't focus enough to concentrate on this. So I worked on something a little simpler that didn't need any thinking. But I'm really enjoying this make. It's so cute, so adorable, and I just want to see him finished. Okay, next whip. Actually whips, there's 2 in this bag. Right, so I mentioned earlier that I am a bit into the make-alongs, the year-long make-alongs. So Expression Fibre Arts, I came across them. How did I come across them? Instagram. She shared a picture of a pattern that she had just released and it was free. It was a beautiful crochet jumper done in hand-dyed DK. And I just loved it. It was beautiful, so I went and downloaded it. And while I was browsing the site, I came across her mystery knit-along. I was like, ooh, let's have a look at that. Oh, go away. My phone just keeps randomly talking to me. So I saw the make-along and I thought, ooh, I like the look of that. So I had a little look, and it is year long, so the pattern is released monthly. The second pattern was quite late being released, although I believe that is because the yarn that she's dyeing up for the pattern, she underestimated how popular it was going to be, so she held off releasing the pattern while she was catching up on some of the yarn dyeing for it. I'm not using hand dyed yarn, I'm stash diving. So there are 2 colourways. She's got 2 make-alongs, a knit-along and a crochet-along. I'm doing both. For the knit-along, I'm using the cool colourway, which I believe is all going to be blues and purples and greens. And for the crochet-along, I'm using the warm colourway, which so far has been sort of mustards and yellows and that kind of colour. So let's show the knit-along first. It's still attached to the last colour because I'm not sure if the plan is that each colour will fade into the other a little bit, because that's kind of how it worked for part 2. So you've seen part 1 and there's part 2. I'm not sure if I went a little bit wrong down here. It's a broken rib. I think this a little bit too broken. Although I still like the way it's worked up. So there are some slipped stitches and such like down here in these eyelets. You can't really tell. If I turn it around, you can see it on the back. So this is going to be a rectangular blanket done corner to corner. And I'm very pleased that I didn't lose gauge as I was going on to this section. Because of all the slipped stitches, there was a note. Ooh, door. Okay, that was good timing. I've just had my Flower Club subscription arrive, so I'll open that in a moment. Are you joining me?
Yep.
Oh, Catherine's come to join. So I was just telling everyone about this blanket I'm knitting.
It's very nice.
Yes.
And squishy.
Yeah, so we've I'm looking forward to seeing how that progresses and whether or not I learn any new
Bless me.
bless you. Learning any new techniques. And then the crochet along, I'm all up to date with that, barring I haven't sewn any ends in on this yet, which is a bit naughty of me. But here it is. I'm really liking it. So the blurb for this one, this is called the Perserverance MCAL, and this is Hearthside. I will put links to the website and the links for them. They are free patterns to download, and I love that centre panel. It's really pretty, and it's just going to go around. So I believe this is going to almost have a log cabin appearance to it. So I think we'll be working a set of corners each time until 12 months is up. So I'm just loving it. I can't wait to see what the next pattern will be, and hopefully keep up to date with it. It shouldn't be too tricky. The knitted part took longer. There was there were a good 50-60 rows to knit on there, and see the rows are getting longer each time, so it's obviously going to take a little bit longer. Now my last whip to show is actually a new start, isn't it? So
At least obviously you've got quite a bit of progress on.
I have, haven't I? Yes, it's an Emily size thing, so there's bound to be lots of progress on it. So tell everybody, where did we go the other week for Mummy's birthday?
Alpaca Park Farm.
We went to an alpaca park, didn't we?
It was really cool. There was an alpaca that jumped over fences.
I know. So
I think her name was Ash because she was grey.
I can't remember. They did tell us her name, didn't they?
Yeah.
But
I think it was Ash.
although they did mention a name called Gertrude.
Maybe that was another one.
Yeah, and we saw a baby alpaca, didn't we?
But it was in like the habitat area.
Yes.
Not in the grassy area.
Yes,
but in
they
the
had
shed area.
because it was not too long after we'd had those storms. So we had Storm Eunice,
and before that,
Dudley, and then there was a slightly smaller storm. I think it was Gladys. I'm wanting to say Gladys. I could be wrong. And so the area was quite muddy and boggy, so I think they were keeping him in the little stable just to keep him safe. But what was there? What was at the alpaca farm?
I think you're wanting me to say a massive wool shop.
It's amazing. It's just amazing. If you're anywhere near Swadlincote, head to the Alpaca Farm Park. I'm going to link them below. Even just for a little walk around the animals if you have young children, it's very, very cheap. It cost us £9 for a family ticket. It's very small. It's not got lots of stuff to see and do, but the alpacas are cute. They had some goats and some pigs, some sheep,
and donkeys.
And donkeys. So there was lots. You know, there's not lots to do, but it's a lovely way to spend a couple of hours. And they had a lovely little fairy hiding, didn't they? In the woodlands, they had little. They had fairies and little toadstools, and you and Emily really loved that bit. So while we were there, I had to look at the yarn, and both of the girls. Well, I picked a pattern that I thought Catherine would like, and I'll show you that in a moment when we're done with my whips. Excuse me. And Emily had seen they had lots of samples knit up around the room, and Emily had seen one for a little ballet wrap. So I got the pattern, This is Hayfield 2490. Now it's meant for the Sundance DK, but Emily picked a different yarn.
And it's really nice.
It is beautiful yarn. And it's caught. So Emily picked the Beaches DK by King Cole. This colourway is Pearl Beach, and it's just so pretty. And it's very, very soft. So it's got 70% premium acrylic, 30% polyamide, which is why it's so soft, all that polyamide. There's 255 metres in a ball. Now, looking at the meterage for the size I needed to make, I bought 3 balls of this because I wasn't sure if 2 balls would be enough. So I'm on the back, and it's just knitting up so beautifully. And this was my mindless knitting for last night when I had my migraine, but my hands don't like being idle. So I was just doing some plain stocking stitch, not a lot of thinking required.
These are quite big needles.
Yeah, these are my birthday needles. So I'm using my Nova Cubics, which are the, it's hard to really show, but they're cubed. They've got square edges to the needles. They're supposed to be ergonomic. I quite like them. I wasn't sure when I first took them out of the packet and I held them. But to actually knit with, they are really, really comfortable needles to knit with. I do prefer, even when I'm knitting flat, I do prefer to use circular needles where I have that size. I did have to do the rib on straights because I couldn't find my 3 1/4 circulars, which tells me they're in a project somewhere. But I'm just really enjoying that. So this back will be finished for definite today. I've spun this for 5 days, so I finished working on it on Tuesday, and each knit session that I have, so I always, as you know, I alternate. I'll knit on a project for a certain amount of days, then I'll crochet on a project. So the next time I'm on a knit day, this is the project that's going to come out. And I'm really enjoying just some plain, obviously because I'm still working away at getting rid of my migraine. So yeah, so that brings us to the incoming part, doesn't it? So would you like to show what we got for you? So here's the pattern. So they had a vintage pattern section at this yarn shop, and it was just donation only. There were no prices on them. And I thought that would look really, really nice on Catherine. It's just her kind of style, isn't it, sweetheart? You like the lacy things, you like things a little bit girly. It is, I'm not sure when this pattern, how old this pattern is. But Catherine enjoys the fact that we can make adult patterns for you now, don't you? If I knit the smallest size, the 32 inch, that just about, it may be a tiny bit on the big side, but not so big that it's going to cause a problem. So there's the pattern. So it's a Serdar 5988, and it's done in 4-ply yarn.
Hello.
Which is fingering weight. And you chose this yarn, didn't you, for Mummy to make it in? So I didn't know Drifter did it in 4-ply. I knew there was a Drifter Aran. I know there's a Drifter DK because I have used it before, and I've also got a couple of balls of it still upstairs. I didn't know they did 4-ply. And Catherine, there were a couple of colours you couldn't quite decide between, weren't there? So you settled on the purple for now. Maybe next time we go there, you can choose the other colour and choose a pattern to go with it. But there were yarns there that I hadn't seen before. So there was something called Shawley. I think it was a Sirdar yarn. I might be wrong. I could be wrong on that one. And there were some patterns to go with it. And I'm going to buy some Shawley next time I go. That's for sure. So I bought 3 balls of this to go with that pattern. I couldn't find a meterage for the yarn. This is a discontinued yarn. Sirdar Wash and Wear Crepe 4-ply. So I couldn't find a meterage for that yarn. So I erred on the side of caution and bought 3 balls. That should be enough. So Drifter is 69% premium acrylic, 25% cotton and 6% wool, and that mix gives you you can feel the cotton content, and which is why I think it would be great for that top. And it's so lovely. So that's
some of your happy wool.
And Catherine can't wait to go again because she can't wait to see the alpaca again, and you can't wait to choose some more yarn.
Yeah.
So Catherine does know how to knit, but she hasn't knit for a little while, have you? You've kind of lost your interest in it for a little bit.
Yeah.
So but yes. So my other incoming. Let's go with my birthday present. There are 2 birthday presents. Let's go with this one first. Where is it? Oh, my little hat. So I got my monthly subscription yarn from Attic Spin Dye, and in amongst there was an extra skein. I was like, I didn't order 3 skeins, and Simon, are you sure? Are you sure? And on the receipt it said gift, and I'm so excited because I thought I'd missed this colourway. So this was the first Bird of the Month colour, I think, if I remember right, and I missed it, but it's the Robin. I love this colour so much. So very, 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 very big thank you to Angela and Andy for sending this to me in my order. I love it so much, and I can't wait to make something. I've got all of this yarn that I want to make things with, and I've got too many projects on the go. So that's one birthday present. I will show you my subscription yarn in a moment. But I was very, very, very excited to be contacted by one of my subscribers who asked for my address because she wanted to send me a little something for my birthday. Little something. This is not a little something. This is absolutely amazing something. So Silke is in, or correct me if I'm wrong, are you Germany?
Yeah, I think it's Germany.
Yes, I believe it's Germany. There is I don't want to show the address. Yes, it is Germany. So, I'm so happy, and the girls were very, very happy too, because you'd included some Haribo sweets that they've not seen in the UK. So how much did you like the Haribos?
Really good. Better than ours up here.
Well, across here, Germany's, I don't know. My geography's rubbish. Anyway, she dyed me some yarn and made me a bag. I can't believe it. So this is Seidenhimmel Deluxe Sockenwoll. This is a fingering weight yarn. Just look at that colour, and look at the colour name. Happy 40 Helen. and that wasn't it. I got 2 skeins and they go so nicely together. I need to find a 2 skein project to put these together. But look at this one. Oh, it's honestly, when I opened it, I squealed. I genuinely squealed. So everything was individually wrapped, which was great. It was so exciting. Well, the yarn and the bag was. And, oh, thank you so much, Silke. I'm just over the moon. So a lovely card. And then there are all these little mini cotton yarns, which I plan on using for little amigurumis maybe. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to use them for, but there's all these beautiful colours. Absolutely beautiful. It's a rainbow of colours. There's just so many.
So many colours.
Do you want to get that last one? So there's all of these colours. They're amazing, and they're just there is a brand in the UK that does little balls like this, and I've often seen them and thought how useful they are for if you just need little bits of colour for an amigurumi. And I'm going to have to find something to make with all of these colours. Can't wait. If you have any suggestions, pop them in the comments below. So that's that. Now let's show the bag. Now the bag is at the moment holding the rest of the yarn that I bought for Emily's jumper.
So nice.
It's so nice. But look at the bag. All the pussycats. Oh, I love pussycats. And it's got all these, the linings like cool cats, purr, cats rule. It's just, it's amazing. So I just love it so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Silka, so much. I have already messaged you to say thank you, but I felt so blessed when
That's like the gods.
So now subscription yarns. Let's start with my Attic Spin Die subscription. Excuse the wrestling. So let's start with my Alice in Wonderland yarn. So this is chapter 2, The Pool of Tears. And the theme is the White Rabbit. And there's this absolutely amazing stitch marker. Just, that is amazing. I'd love to know where you get them from.
Well, you know where you get them from? Attic Spin Die.
The little bits to make the stitch markers.
Oh.
Now there was a special lavender pouch, but I seem to have misplaced it because that's not it. It'll be around somewhere. I know the girls spend a lot of time sniffing them, don't you?
Yeah.
This one was with it, so I don't think this is the right pouch though. I think it was a different pouch. There you go. And this is the yarn. And it's absolutely amazing. I love this colour. It's
Just
so
like I
pretty.
love smelling lavender.
And this is White Rabbit. So that's that one.
I wonder how many lavender pouches you have now.
Oh, gazillions. Gazillions.
Maybe dozens.
Probably, yeah. Okay.
Groups of 12.
So the other subscription I get from Attic Spin Die is the Bird of the Month. And this month is Goldcrest. And wow, at this colour. Just wow. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe how gorgeous this yarn is. And a little birdhouse. Stitch marker. Progress keeper, I don't know whatever you want to call them. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. And
And a cobra.
now for so I haven't even seen this. This has literally just arrived while I was filming. So let's open it up. So I get this from, let's cover my address, Orchidine Luxury Yarns. I get it every other month. The club options are, you can get it monthly, every other month, or every 3 months. So I get every other month. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, we've got a Feel New tea. Another tea to try. There's always a, oh wow. There's always a stitch marker, and this one is wow. Ooh.
Don't lose your wool.
Wow. I like that. So these ones, they are the ring kind, but she puts them on one of these bulbs, safety pin type stitch markers. So you can use it as a progress keeper for crochet as well as knitting if you keep it on there. I tend to use these kinds as beginning of round markers when I'm knitting in the round. So now,
have a look at it.
It comes in a tissue. I'm so excited. What colour? Wow! Wow!
Wow!
So this is called Make Me Feel Good. I'm not sure if there's a flower called that. Maybe she's changed the name of the club and I've not noticed. I don't care. Look at that. Look how bright that is. Wow.
It's so nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love it. So I think that's all of my incoming I've got to show. I think I've shown all my projects, my finished objects. And yes, so I haven't got a clue how long this is going to end up because of all the interruptions and everything. Hopefully not too much more than an hour. I tried to keep it to around the hour mark because...
But sometimes you go overboard.
Because, you know, we don't want... you don't want to see me for more than an hour. Oh, one thing I do want to mention is one of the winners of the pattern I was giving away for my birthday never got in touch with me. So I am going to redraw for the pattern. So the other pattern is going to Soffity in Australia. And I haven't posted it yet, Soffity. I'm wanting to send something a little extra with that, so
it might take a little while.
Yes, while I'm deciding what else I want to send you. Also, I know you've been cut off by the floods, so if I had sent it you probably wouldn't have got it yet. Anyway, so leave a comment, any comment below. We'll put you into the draw for this, and I will draw it for next time. So that person that was drawn last time, you snooze, you lose. I gave 4 weeks notice. It's not like I didn't give you a chance. So yes, so there's the pattern. It is a knitted pattern. So if knitting's not your thing, but you still want to comment but don't want to be included in the draw, just say in the comment that you don't want the pattern, and if your name does come up, I'll draw it again. So I think that's everything now. Yes. I haven't forgotten anything.
I don't think you have.
So yeah, so that will be it. I think the girls want a hot chocolate. Oh, it's almost time for me to have to think about going to knitting lessons. Eek! Which means these two monsters might have to come with me, because Daddy's not home from shopping yet.
I'd be okay.
Yes, but I can't leave Emily with you. Because they will kill each other. But yeah, so I am going to heat some milk up now for some hot chocolates for the girls, and I might even try one of my teas, or I might have some more water. Hydration is the way to go to get rid of this migraine. Either way, I shall see you again in a couple of weeks. I hope you have enjoyed this little moment of madness that is me. And please like the video.
Is that what your channel's called now? Moment of Madness?
It should be. So please like and comment. If you've not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Let's see if I can get to 200 subscribers before my next podiversary, which is in August. So let's see if we can get to 200 by then. Okay, so I shall see everybody in a couple of weeks and wish everybody a lovely time crafting. And I'll say bye-bye.
Bye.